We've got a crew to rival the legends. Time to make some money. Don't you agree?
The Dwemer were wonderful machinists. We could learn much from studying their works.
It's a wonderful day for a sailing trip, isn't it, friend? Especially if it gets me off this rock before Bosek chops off my head.
Quite the motley crew, aren't we?
We've got a crew to rival the legends. Time to make some money. Don't you agree? Now we're ready for the real challenge, the heist. The target's Bosek. That slimy bastard's finally going to get what's coming to him. We're going to steal his sailing logs. His sailing logs are the key to our fortune, friend. They're the records of every ship that's docked here, every stolen cargo they've unloaded, and every illicit payment made to Bosek. Those records are worth a fortune to King Vaharajad. They're written proof that Bosek has violated the king's order to stop raiding Breton shipping. With those papers in hand, the king can threaten to destroy Bosek if he doesn't stop. Absolutely. His envoy is on the dock now, waiting. As soon as we turn over the sailing logs, he gives us a fortune in gold. The trick will be getting into Bosek's palace, stealing the logs, and getting out with them. That's your job. First, you need a servant's disguise to get into the palace. The papers are in a lockbox on the top floor. Bosek has the only key. Slip this powder into his drink, then grab the key. The lockbox is always guarded. The guard's not bright, but he'll raise the alarm if anyone tries to open the box. Deal with him quietly. No stabbing. Lambour and I will have the ship ready to sail when you return with the papers.
This waiting rots my limbs and wearies my mind.
We'll have the Spearhead ready to sail for Betnik the moment you return with Bosek's records.
Yet at least we would earn coin.
Oh, yes. Hello. This is fascinating. Did you know the Dwemer had devices to rapidly mince fruit? I can offer help with the guard, perhaps. You wish to deal with him quietly, correct? I removed this device from Clanker. When pressed, it produces quite the incapacitating shock. If you would test it for me, preferably on a living subject, I would be grateful. Let me know if there are any lingering effects. Twitching, mainly. I'm quite curious about the twitching. Do be careful where you store that rod. The trigger is sensitive. Were it to discharge prematurely, the results could be dramatic.
It's a wonderful day for a sailing trip, isn't it, friend? Especially if it gets me off this rock before Bosek chops off my head. Bosek keeps the key around his neck, cinched steel. I'll get the key off Bosek. Meet me out back. Get your disguise and meet me out back. Leave Bosek to me.
We should head to Saintsport. This waiting rots my limbs and wearies my mind.
Quite the motley crew, aren't we? She's right. You need a disguise to get anywhere near Bosek. Fortunately, you have me. Just say the word and I can have servant clothes waiting for you at the palace. My pleasure. Meet me outside the palace. I'll pick out something special for you.
We'll have the Spearhead ready to...
Nothing to do but keep at it.
Work builds character, they say.
Headman Bosek threw my sweet Chakan into the grave.
Elves.
Look who's come to pay a visit. Oh yes, try these on. I'm sure they'll fit you just right. In the meantime, I'll just continue my sweep of the palace. Don't worry about changing in front of me. I won't peek.
Hoping to see Bosek? So am I, for 3 days now.
The gods have abandoned Stros Makai. All live only at the whim of Headman Bosek. Onsi's bones, what is it now? Shouted at you too, did he? He just went out back to carouse with the latest slatterns from the mainland. Best hurry up and refill his drink. You don't want him running out of drink.
This place would be nice if Bosek weren't around.
Ah, my lowly servant. You're just in time. My dear friend, Headman Bosek, is sleeping off the attentions of these two lovely ladies. They are quite a handful, and an eyeful, too. Why don't you take the good headman's key inside for safekeeping? These two are the ones for me, my friend. You should see what Fern can do with her toes.
This town's history is fascinating. Did you know that many of the Dwarven relics still function?
king is pleased with what you've done here, as am I. You will find a generous reward below decks.
My friend, welcome back. Do you have some good news? Here you are, Tharwab. The shipping logs that show Bosek's defiance of the king's decrees. Come on, it's time to go. On your feet, man your stations. Prepare to sail. Finally, home to Betnik. I've missed my clan.
The Spearhead's no maiden's breath, but at least she doesn't have a giant hole in her side. I'd be happy if we never saw land again.
What do you want? Of course, I'll pull my weight, unlike Jakarn. He's not getting near another woman until I'm too old to stop him. And we Altmer live a very long time.
Captain Colleen took her time getting off this damned island. Doesn't surprise me. Orc problems aren't her problems. But we'd be stuck here if not for your help. I won't forget that.
Stros Makai's a depressing place. Too many Redguards waving their damn swords around. At least on the Spearhead, no one wants to kill me except Irian. She'll come around. She's crazy about me.
When active, Dwemer spiders have an extraordinary capacity for learning. Now I have to stop Andrillion from teaching Clanker to bring him drinks.
Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar with them. It'll be a long trip. If there's one thing Master Kassan taught me, it's that knowing your ship and crew keeps you alive. Seems like you'd make a fine captain someday, but you'll have to find your own ship. Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar with them. It'll be a long trip. Then we leave for Betnik, an orc island that hasn't yet joined the Covenant. I hope to change that. Lembor's happy to go home. She may try to thank you with ale. My advice? Make it to 6 mugs. You'll have a friend for life.
I respect the captain, but I won't set foot on an island full of orcs. I've heard all the talk about the Daggerfall Covenant. Captain Colleen mentions it enough. Orcs, Redguards, and Bretons in a grand alliance. My ancestors fought at Orsinium. Many died fighting the orcs. I respect them, but I'll never trust them. Larissa's choice, not mine. That said, Mikog's not bad for an orc. I'm not setting foot on an island full of them. Especially not a clan that's refused to join the Covenant.
Sometimes I miss the swamps of my homeland in the Black Marsh, but it is good to be gone from the dry air of Stros Mackay.
The Muth-Nam monks use an ancient Daedric
Sometime you're on the Spearhead, Captain Colleen's ship.
With their holy work.
When my crew turned traitor, I never thought I'd see Betnik again. Feels good. Head into town and get a drink. This is home, and we'll be here for a while. Here's your cut of the take from the heist. Careful here. These orcs aren't yet part of the Covenant, but I'm working on that. Feel free to check out Stonetooth Fortress. Maybe you'll meet a nice orc. They aren't fools, proud as the Seamount clan are. They can't deny the Covenant's strength in numbers, and they'll make a mountain of coin selling weapons to our alliance. Careful here. These orcs aren't yet...
Please, I need Keep your weapon sheathed, newcomer.
True, Malero. Yet at least we would earn coin.
You're back! Found anyone else to help us with the heist? Ha! I knew you'd get it done. Who needs the old crew, those traitors, when we've got you helping us?
They say clothing...
Selling, buying, trading. Right here.
Making your own...
The Red Mountain.